I've been playing Clash of Clans about 9 years, and I'm 13, and I figured out how the game works about 7 years in. But now I do know how the game works. Today I'll be making my tier list, doing it as accurate as possible. Don't judge my intro; it was very weird, I know. So first, let's go through the tiers. So at the bottom isn't for attacking, and it's these guys, because I don't know why they were on the tier list. But we have terrible, never want to use them. Situational, like very rarely they're going to be pretty good, but never really going to be great, or in most situations they're going to be really bad. Then we have fun but not great. I'd say this category, just a bit of a spoiler alert, Hog Rider used to be in this category, but it got a few buffs along the way, so it's probably not there anymore. I'd like slightly better than average, slightly worse, and decent, slightly better than average. Great is great, I don't know what to tell you about that. Good in most strategies means in most strategies you can just toss it in there and it'll make the attack a bit better. Amazing, one of the best troops in the game, and super overpowered is so insanely overpowered that Ubisoft needs to nerf them. I don't know if we'll have one of those. Let's get through it. First we have Barbarian, pretty straightforward. Now, I'll be rating this all over town halls, but the higher level town halls matter more. Like, I'll take 80% of how good they are from town hall 10 to 16, and 20% of how good they are is 1 to 10, because that's about the time period, honestly. So here we are. Barbarians, generally at the start of the game, they're obviously up to like town hall 6, they're solid. You can farm with them, even town hall 10, 11 over there, but eventually they do just fall off. So overall in okay or fun but not great, but I'll put them in okay because they're not that bad. Now archers, very similar, they're just slightly better. I'd honestly put archers in decent because I'd even use archers sometimes. Archers or wizards just to clean up the base. Giants, after the bottom town halls, which they are some of the best troops, they are so bad. Useless in almost every single strategy past like town hall 8 or maybe 9. So I'm sorry, even the super giants, absolutely terrible. I should not have said that. We have super giant coming later. We're rating super troops too, but honestly, I'm gonna be generous and put it in situational, but honestly, it might be the only troop I'm gonna be able to move down to terrible. Goblins, they're fun but not great. They're really fun to use. Target loot, they're good for farming, but overall strategy is not great. Even at the lower town halls, they're not great. So yeah, I think that's a good spot. Wall breakers might be the most useless troop of all time. Listen, they used to be up to like great or good in most strategies because you would use them in all ground strategies. Now, root riders walk through walls, hogs jump over walls, miners go under walls, earthquake spell destroy walls, jump spells cause you to be able to jump over walls. We have like 20 siege machines that destroy all the walls. And the wall breakers are just mathematically not your best option anymore. Honestly, they're terrible. I'm sorry, wall breakers. They used to be great, and I'd say, were they still good? At like town hall, no, they're not, because at like town hall 4 or 5, you can just, your troops should be able to clear out the bases. Maybe at like town hall 7 or 8, you might be able to find a use for them, but at that point, you already have like earthquake or jump spell, I think. My battery's down. And guys, I know I'm in my browser, there's not much I can. Balloon, super good at the earlier town halls. Does fall off a bit, but it's still in relatively prominent strategies up to like town hall 15. Obviously town hall 16, the root rider is so broken right now, I think that no one actually cares, but it works well with the Elixir dragon especially. It's situational, but I'm not gonna put it in situational because it's much better. I'd put it in lower great, maybe top decent. For now I'm putting it in lower great, but I might change that. Wizard, similar to the archer, I think it's just slightly better, just a bit more damage overall for what you're getting, so I'll just put it in decent, just a bit higher. Healer, now the healer used to be really bad, then it was solid, now it's a bit worse again, I think, just of hero equipment and all that, and the pets, so you can anyway just get your healers, and the recall spell was supposed to kind of be above to it, but it really wasn't, so I'd say the healer, because you want the healer to absorb your queen walk, but the recall spell just isn't worth it at this point. I know it got buffed, so maybe I'm lying, but I don't think so. I put it in the top or bottom of it. I'd say it's better than a barbarian though, because you still want to use it in some queen charges or queen walks. It's not terrible. Situational, it's just also better than the giant, so I have to put it up there. Dragon, the lower town halls, it's really good, but I did say 10 to 16 is where I'm taking my most priority, and there is higher town halls. At the lower town halls, it's great, so put it at between wizard and archer. I think that's about fair. P.E.K.K.A. Now, it's incredibly good at the lower town halls, and at the medium town halls, like 10, 11, 12, still really solid. It does fall off 13, 14 a bit, and then 15, 16 is absolutely useless because the monolith is just another defense that just contributes to destruction so badly. So overall, just a solid troop as well. Definitely better than Dragon, probably better than Wizard. I'd honestly say it's here with the Balloon. Definitely better than Balloon 2. So put it at the top of Grey. Baby Dragon, super good for putting up a funnel. I think there's better options now. Used to be very good at that. Solid at taking down heroes too, but now we have Headhunters. You see, it just slightly got worse. But overall, it's just a solid troop. Very good at the lower town halls if you get in your clan castle. High town halls, it's okay. Used to be much better. Used to be like good in most strategies or great. Now I say bottom or decent or top of a, say just over Archer and decent's probably our best bet. Miner, mass miners, super good strategy still. Used to be much better and more at overall town halls. I just said town halls. I don't know what a town hall is. It's a town hall. But overall the miner's still okay. So we'll put it in a, say it's worse than the healer because the healer has more opportunities, especially in, you have warden walks, queen walks, just putting it in a ground-based attack. So I think the mine is a bit worse, but obviously you don't really need something to go under walls either anymore. And it was a really fast attack strategy, so you didn't have to worry about time. Electro Dragon, super good troop. I'd say town 16 and 15 isn't as good, but any other town hall in the game that you have it, what 11 to 14, it is the best troop. And I say that with confidence. Then I'd say there are some attack strategies, the Yeti, that might be better, but for anyone who's not in the top 5% best players in the world, like I'm maybe top 20, and that would be generous. When I'm focusing, I get 3 stars in wars most of the time, but it's not like I just like in my brain. I have to like really focus. I'm doing a video, you guys know I fail hard. I 2-starred town of 13 the other day and I'm town of 15. So yeah, just overall really good in most strategies is fair, but I'd say it's good in most strategies and it has its own strategy that's really good in, so it has to go in amazing. Yeti is good in most strategies, just solid there. I'd almost put it in amazing just by how solid it is, but does damage to defenses, does damage to everything. The Yeti might target defenses, which is really good. So the Yeti won't get distracted. They're so fast to take out the defensive, then the Yetis clean up. Just the Yetis alone, especially if you work with the P.E.K.K.A. too, but just the Yetis alone are super good troop. Good in most strategies. Bordering going to amazing, I'd say. Dragon Rider, very underrated troop. Overrated, maybe fun but not great. But if you're decent at the game, I'd say I'm almost at the point where I use it, but I'd still rather use different attack strategies. Then I'd say it would be like great or good in most strategies, but a lot of people are a bit hard to use. Like you have to like train yourself to use it. So I think just over here, maybe above Dragon would be fine and decent. Bit of a controversial pick with that. We have these troops, the special troops, which we will rank in the tier list, but not right now. I think first we want to do the Dark Elixir troops, but you can stay tuned to see me rate those later. But those are usually way better, so it's not really fair, but keep in mind that. Minion, it's okay at the earlier town halls. Pretty solid. Even at like 11, 12, you can help her clean up. The later town halls, they are just better options. So I was putting in better than Barbarian, I'd say. Hog Rider, obviously super overpowered. Greatest troop to ever exist in Clash of Clans. This is a joke. Don't sue me. But the Hog Rider is gonna remain there. It's probably in like fun but not great, maybe situational. But like, shut up. Again, Hog Rider's going in super overpowered. Don't tell anyone I lied. Valkyrie, I think it's overrated overall. Underrated, sorry, goodness me. If the Valkyrie was overrated, it would be the worst troop to ever see the face of the earth. I will put it horrible. I don't think it's great. A lot of attacks, it just struggles to keep up with the rest of your army. But with the new hero equipment, there are, especially I think it's a tomb for the rage, like tomb for the warden, makes it so overpowered in that attack strategy. But it's very situational, but it's definitely way better than situational in my opinion. I'd put it near the top for just worse than healers. Healers have more use overall. I know it's controversial, but just think about it. Golems, I'm sorry, they're just not worth it anymore. They used to be very good. They're just better options for tanks at this point. Like the Yeti, just way better, honestly. So I'd put it in like somewhere in a very good. The Golem is still a good option. I'd say it's slightly worse than the Valkyrie. Which is okay. It's fun, very fun, and it's not. We're mainly rating it on how good it is. A bit of fun. I have a bit of bias there. But overall, it's very not good anymore. At the lower town halls, it's pretty solid. At the higher town halls, it just doesn't have enough health, but it's still okay. I'd say it's at the bottom of decent, maybe. Actually, I'm gonna swap it with the healer. Let's put the healer in decent. I think I changed my mind on that. Which top of okay, I'm happy with that. Lava Hound, it is so bad. You put it in Lava Loon, I feel like they're just better options. This might just be because I'm bad, but this Lawbound just seems so useless to me. It doesn't do anything. It's 30 housing spaces. If you have a problem, don't like hate on me. Just tell me why I'm wrong. But it's so bad. It's better than Wall Breaker, better than a Giant, probably in the same as the Goblin. It's not fun, but I think it's a fair tier to put it in. Probably a bit worse than the Goblin, because the Goblin can do your farming things. Yeah, I'm gonna charge my... It nailed this, eh? There we go. My internet just took a hit for some reason. I don't know. Okay, Bowler. Super solid from anywhere from when you unlock it till Tunnel 12, 13. Good in a lot of strategies, but there was a time where it was buffed to a point of insanity. And when it was released, it was really bad. When it was released, it was like 8 housing spaces and just not really worth it. Then they moved it to 6 with the same stats. It dominated, but then got a few nerfs. But overall, super solid troop. Good in some armies. There's some armies you want to use it. It'll do good in those armies. Not super good though. We'll put it around Wizard. Wizard's a bit more better in more situations. You know, so more different armies that the Wizard's good in. So I'll put the Wizard just above, then decent. Ice Golem are really underrated. If you're me personally, I don't like it, but I know if you're any good at the game, Ice Golem's really good. It just freezes the entire map. It can work in most armies. I don't understand mass Ice Golems. I just don't know what the hell they'll do. They'll bring like 10 of them and then bring some wizards. I don't know how that works physically. Maybe you guys can explain the army to me. I do not even slightly get it. It baffles my brain. But you can just throw it in any army and it's really good. It is good at most strategies, but I say just because it's like a spell, not actually that good. I'd say worse than Balloon and P.E.K.K.A, but it's in grey. I think that's a good place for it. Headhunter, very situational, but it's good. And most of the time, you're not really going to have to deal with the heroes unless you're versing a max base at a high level. I love the slightly lower tunnels like 12, 13. Not really going to need it, but overall, I think it's a good troop to have in general, and I'll put it near the top of decent. We'll put it just under Bowler, Wizard, and Dragon Rider. Is that the name of the troop of these? This is not making a good case for the Dragon Rider being this good, but Headhunter will go in decent. Now, there are the super troops. Any other troops that we need to rate? No, not right now. So, guys, part 2 is going to be coming out pretty soon. Probably tomorrow, maybe the day after. Hope you guys have a great day. Hope you like my tier list. Bye.